VC Playmakers, we're back again. The NFL draft is, I think, 48 hours away. So we're going to dive deep into a mock draft and fantasy impacts. But be first, we have Lights Out. Chelsea's with us and Champagne Puppy. First to worst, Aaron
Champ.
is here as well.
I still go by champ. Remember, I have 2 years
Yeah, champ.
uh,
Is that the
of
rule?
built-in appraisal and courage to say I'm still a champion.
Did we already call you the artist formerly known as champ?
No, I'll take it as long as champ is in there when you say it.
I'm going to get you an AI symbol next time we'll share that.
We'll put it right next to the Raiders icon for when Chelsea trashes them through this episode.
Well, the first team we're going to talk about is the Raiders. So I think, Aaron, you should go first, and then Chelsea should go. So at least you might say something positive. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, they're really a down on their luck franchise, trying to really persevere through the trials and tribulations they're going through, that tough trade impact. And, after all the hard work they put in, they landed that number one pick. And maybe that is the person who will turn that franchise around and really pull Chelsea into the good graces of being an equitable and friendly, enthusiastic viewer of football in general. But I think we all know Fernando Mendoza is going number one.
I feel like you just described your season in fantasy football. All the hard work you put in to secure the number one overall pick.
Hey, I do what I can. And I had to strategically make sure I got 10th because think about the whole joke about it all. If I got 7, 8, 6, 5, none of that matters. It's not funny. It's not good. It's not great content. So I had to strategically ensure I get first or 10, something with a 1 in it.
I think I got 6. Boring.
I like that you really leaned into the lovable underdog, just like the Raiders.
Lovable stretch. All right, Aaron, let's see. This is one of the mock drafts. Who did this one? It was on NFL Network, but everyone is saying Fernando Mendoza's going first. The comp I have on him is Matt Ryan. High IQ, pocket passer. He's a throwback style quarterback. Sharp game manager, high level accuracy and decision making. What do you think about this pack in this draft pick for the Raiders?
I mean, they would love it if it ended up being Matt Ryan. But honestly, I know you always have to take. Feels like number one pick has to be a quarterback, no matter what, every single year. I was him. If I was the Raiders, I might see what I could package this number one pick into to acquire more ancillary parts and then go into a real quarterback draft next year is what I think I would do. You might get heat for it. It's a risky move because if Mendoza pops off, you'll just look like you're an idiot and get fired. But the juice got to be worth the squeeze. And I just think that he's going to be very average and you could really round out the rest of your team with a bunch of good pieces and then go in because you're going to be terrible next year no matter what. You're going to be right in the same spot and they'll be better quarterbacks. So good luck, Raiders. I believe in you, unlike one of the people in this podcast. But here's my 2 cents. Trade back.
I'm waiting for the day for the I told you so's and for me to, but yes, they have to take him. They have to because they need a quarterback. Is Aiden O'Connell still on the team? He is, right?
He's still there, and
they
Kirk
drafted
Cousins.
him, right?
Yeah.
He went drafted. And again, they got Kirk Cousins, that deal of the century. I mean, what I see is another case of a really good guy with got a good head on his shoulders, good heart. I heard he's staying home for the draft so that he could be home with his family.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And going to Vegas and ruining his career. I see Derek Carr. I mean, I'm not sure. So I haven't seen I didn't watch a whole lot of Mendoza. Obviously, I know that they were the best, right? So, but Derek Carr was also supposed to come in. I believe he was kind of that pocket passer, really good guy. He was supposed to kind of build up the morale on the team. And then we saw what happened to him. So I don't know. They would really have to put all of the pieces in place to make him successful. So if they do what it sounds like they're doing, which is maybe starting Cousins, that might be the difference maker. I don't know who they had on the team, if they had that sort of plan for Derek Carr or even Aiden O'Connell. Like I'm not even sure who the backup was at the time, but if they do this right, and then sure, yeah, I wish them the best. And I'm hopeful that this is not a situation where he ends up being amazing and we have to face him 2 times a year. So
I've really nerded out and have been looking at so many different podcasts, watching, or not podcasts, mock drafts, but then watching different podcasts where they're just going through the exercise of mock drafting. Fernando has been the pick in every single one of them.
yeah,
I don't know. Have I looked at
I've
40?
heard that
Maybe.
too. I've heard
Oh,
that
so
no
yeah,
matter
what
what
if?
happens, he goes. They're already like he's already planning for it, planning his life around it. Like that's just
Raider fans will revolt if they don't pick him. I think.
Uh,
The Raiders have spent a lot of money this offseason. We know Brock Bowers is there. He's going to be the number one target. I personally think it was smart to bring Kirk Cousins in and let Fernando get his NFL legs under him. I'm curious about the offensive line, so I think if the Raiders in fact draft him, that will be our episode next week of looking more at the makeup of the Raiders and the pieces. He doesn't have awesome receivers other than Brock Bowers. He's got a good running back, so if they improve the line with Genty, this could be a good thing. The comp to Matt Ryan was a stud. I think he did get himself to a Super Bowl, didn't win it, but I like Matt Ryan a lot better than Jared Goff, even though Jared Goff is, Super Bowl champion. But Goff's playing good with the Lions. It's all going to come down to surrounding him with the right pieces. And
I think also the patience. Do the
yeah, oh,
Raiders
yeah,
organization have the patience for this? Because when they
right.
brought in Pete Carroll, it was supposed to be a rebuild, and they didn't keep him. So I think, like I said, I don't know what it is in the organization, but do they have the patience to wait it out? What if Kirk Cousins starts losing games? You know, do they
What's
just
going to
put him
happen?
in? They
Yeah.
just throw their whole plan out the window and try it again. So that's what
Well, you
I
brought
think they're
up
just like chasing that too quickly.
probably
Give it
the
time.
Vegas style.
Yeah.
You brought up Derek Carr. I don't remember what year it was, but it was really early in his career, maybe his second year. But he was playing great, and the Raiders looked like they were a Super Bowl threat. Well, then he got hurt, and I don't think he ever recovered from that injury that he got. So he had moments of it, and then
He was also
Tucker
getting, sacked like
destroyed. Oh yeah,
crazy when he would play. It was only a matter of time before he got injured. Because watching him play. I'm like, this guy's great. Like my dad followed him in college. He was super
yeah.
excited about him like having
Was
a
it
big career.
Fresno? Is that where he's from?
I think. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
But yeah, but he was getting sacked all the time. And he was just running for his life. And I hope Mendoza is doing his cardio and training for that.
Well, next up is the next offensive position player is running back Jeremiah Love going to the Titans at pick 4. His comp is Jahmyr Gibbs. So what do you think about Jeremiah Love and what it's going to look like going to Tennessee if that's who actually gets him?
Another win for your pick on the Titans. You said that's the one you'd want to take over and rebuilding your image.
Hey, I'm
Jeremiah,
available for consultation if they want to reach out to me.
are you
Hit
taking
me up.
Love then? Your first consultation now?
No, I would go somewhere else with that pick, but yeah.
Well, you're fired. We are taking Jeremiah Love.
They're not going to reach out now that I said that.
Yeah. Hi, would you like one Gibbs at running back? No, I'm good. Give me a
No, I
defensive
mean
lineman, please.
for the Titans, I would consider trading that pick because there's all kinds of offensive linemen. I think
That's
you
what
can
I
find
read.
running backs are a decent enough, but get a good line, make sure Cam Ward's protected, and then you could, I don't know, if people want that Love or somebody else at that spot, they could, maybe get a first round pick next year too, or add a second.
Yeah.
But I'm not mad about this either.
In the 2 mock drafts that I quickly looked at before we jumped on here, they both traded. Last one I saw, the Rams, that Love ends up
Oh, and
going
who
to
do the
the
Man.
Rams
Rams.
take?
Wow. That could be interesting. The commission will love that.
That's kind of Ram style though, all in. they're going for. They know their window is closing. They need to capitalize.
Yeah, and they said that like just the way he plays makes sense in their scheme. Like they do a lot of plays with the outside run.
He can catch a lot.
Yeah.
He's got hands.
That's
Yeah.
Gibbs, right?
Yeah. That
Yeah,
seems like a
Gibbs
great
is
pick. I mean, I think Love will be a nice addition to any team that grabs him. You know, the old Chiefs fan in me thought he might fall there, and then they made their actions, and that'll be a boring pick. No more light show for Patty Mahomes. But for Tennessee, I just don't know that. I just don't know that the line is where it needs to be for him to be a really viable fantasy football acquisition. So we'll see how that goes. It'll be interesting to see where he could be number 4 overall pick in the NFL, but where it really matters in fantasy football, where is he drafted?
Do you think he'll go first round in fantasy football if he goes
No
there?
chance.
No chance.
No chance.
Second round.
I don't know if I would take a flyer on someone then. You might be able to get a solid wide receiver at that point, or even a more established running back.
So I think your comparison would be Genty and Hampton. Those are both two guys that went really high. What do you think, Chelsea? Would he go first round?
on the Titans. I don't know. I don't know on the Titans if that's where he ends up landing. Do they have Dowdle, right? Is that who they have?
They have Tony Pollard.
Pollard
Yeah.
is who I'm thinking of. Okay. And they're keeping him. Do you?
As far as I know, and then they have Taji Spears.
Okay, because I like the Gibbs comparison is really interesting, but so much of Gibbs' success I think is because of Montgomery. I remember everyone lost their mind when the Lions drafted both of them, right? So if that is his bread and butter is being a receiving back, then he would need a complementary running back to make him very successful. But if they just rely purely on him to be just like ground and pound and he's the guy, that's a quick way to shorten a career on the Titans when they don't have a very good offensive line. So like I'm thinking back to like Omar and Hampton, right? You know what Jim Harbaugh does with running backs. Like he's gonna get utilized. So I think and even like with Jancy, right? Like who else do they have? So you know that they're gonna use him. So maybe I guess if they don't have any other one, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it on the Titans.
Aaron fired me. You don't love it. But Aaron's not drafting first round or second round, it sounds like, as of right now, if it's the Titans.
Second round for sure. I guess it also depends. Running backs are so few and far between. If you get that's an easy risk to take, I think, is to pick up a running back that could go off. Because if he doesn't, then oh well, you have a running back who's maybe not going to get a whole lot of touches, but he's still going to play, or he's the man. So
yeah, so part of it would be Cam Ward's progression. They had 2 rookie receivers. Are they developing further? And so now you add another weapon. And we'll look, right? We'll check, did they improve their offensive line if that is in fact who drafts Love? But yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. But yeah, everything is, you just better keep your eyes on that kid because he's so talented. And we've talked about Gibbs a ton on this podcast. So if that turns out and he's similar to Gibbs, the Titans could be a force to be reckoned with.
So are you taking the station wagon, King Henry, or Jeremiah Love?
Oh, Love.
Really?
Chelsea?
I don't
know. Yeah.
I'm Henry's on the do not draft list, so I mean, I'm looking at tight end. If that's my 2 decisions.
Thinking Pollard played on the Cowboys with who was the
1-2. I don't remember
the 1-2 punch. And now that I'm thinking about it, if Pollard did really well in that, then over Derrick Henry, I'd go.
You're making a stress on this one, Aaron.
I don't know. I don't want to give out my industry secret. That will.
That's why people tune into the bottom.
Jeremiah Love 1 overall.
Auto draft. Just pick for me.
Welcome to the Fantasy Football Podcast, where we do not give you industry secrets. Stay
Chelsea, I'm
tuned for
kind of
more.
surprised that you're having to debate this one. I mean, we gave Derrick Henry and the Ravens so many wedgies this past season.
Yeah,
Eric's
but
traumatized.
Yeah,
I know,
I
but
don't even
I
wear
also
purple
don't.
anymore.
But it's a new team, right? It's a new coach.
True.
That may utilize him totally different, and I'm really interested to see how they are going to utilize him, because we
Ooh, a
saw that they just
defensive-minded coach.
true, but came from the Harbaugh tree. I mean, the Jim Harbaugh tree and the John Harbaugh tree. I think he played for him, or he coached for him too. So I think, honestly, just for the fun of it, I'm going to say Henry. I'm going to go
Okay.
Derrick Henry over Love.
Against the grain. I like it.
Love on the Titans.
There you go. All right. Love on the Titans. Well, let's go our first receiver, which could be, it's our Aaron theme. Shador's new target, Carnell Tate from Ohio State. His comparisons are Chris Olave and George Pickens. He's a polished receiver, high-end wide receiver 2, or there's a potential to be a wide receiver 1. What do you think of Carnell Tate going to the Cleveland Browns?
Let my boy Shador cook with a real weapon out there. I mean, this is the second coming, the rebirth. He's going to have to compete again for that starting spot. He's going to make Carnell Tate a great wide receiver. All right. So I love it. I love Shador getting a real weapon that he can utilize to take us all to the promised land.
How do you feel, Chelsea?
Let's see. They don't really have a wide receiver, right? They had they
Jerry
have
Jeudy.
Judy, who had a lot
Yeah.
of potential. I mean, the Browns are another team who are really, they have the knack for not getting the best out of their players. But I think that could be interesting. I like Shador he's going to throw. We know that.
She said she likes Shador. You better
I
write
know.
that
Hey,
one down. I
clip
heard
that.
it.
I
Clip that
like
right now.
I like that he throws the ball
You
all
okay?
the time. I get a lot, and I hope he's not like a Jameson Winston kind of guy, but that's where I feel like he might be going, where he's gonna throw for
Just gonna
400 yards,
sling
but
it.
he's also gonna get
12 picks.
exactly. But he's throwing the ball.
Yeah.
So it could work. And
Yeah,
he's
Shador
staying home,
doesn't
right?
lack for swagger.
Ohio?
Yeah, right. That'd be exciting. I like it. I think this is a good one. Cleveland has another first-round pick, I believe. And so a lot is going offensive line, but whoever's their quarterback, let's just for argument's sake say it's Shador. He needs another weapon. Harold Fannin, he's got him. He's got those 2 rookie running backs and Judkins and Sampson, I believe his name is.
It's gonna be
It's
a
bad.
young team.
Yeah, young team, and if they go offensive line, or we already know their defense is solid, I think that's a good pick right there. It could be any of the receivers. There's like 5 different ones. We're going to talk about Jordan Tyson in a second for the Saints, but Tate seems like could be
Consensus number
good.
1 wide receiver.
Yeah. Well, so then if you go Jordan Tyson, his comp is Garrett Wilson or a young Stephon Diggs. And Chelsea, wasn't Stephon Diggs originally on the Vikings?
Yeah, they drafted Diggs, right?
Do you
Yeah.
have fond memories of him on the Vikings?
When he started, yeah, I
Yeah,
think
he's
so.
a stud. He's a total stud. Yeah.
He's pretty good, but then the locker room stuff started getting to him. But yeah, really good.
And Garrett Wilson's good with no one throwing him the ball, so that's a nice compliment too.
Yeah, I mean, get another weapon for that quarterback. See if he actually is your person, right? See if he's your guy. He came on towards the end of the year, like pretty unexpected, it seems like. And I would invest into that quarterback. And if you have a wide receiver on the cheap, let's do it. I mean, they could use some parts elsewhere, but I want to see that connection with the wide receiver quarterback combo.
Yeah, because I'm looking at this comment, right? Yeah, the Saints defense is pretty bad. Is that the right call to pick up a receiver? Do they have any other first round picks?
So they have Chris Olave. No, I don't. I think they have one, but they already have Chris Olave. Travis, formerly Etienne, but Travis Etienne went over there. Alvin Kamara is still there. I Jawan Johnson's their tight end, I believe, still. And they had one other Veli, another receiver, I thought. So I mean, Tyler Shook had some big games for the Saints when they went on that winning
Yeah.
streak.
Yeah, I don't know if it's necessary. I mean, uh, it could work, but I would think that they should probably address some of their other stuff first.
Yeah, it's like, do you want to be are they trying to become the Bengals all
Yeah.
offense? Yeah, there you go.
Which it worked for them for a little bit
T.
until it
It's
Higgins,
didn't.
exciting.
Aaron's favorite.
Tee Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more exciting than anything, right? The fans will want to watch that. I mean, look at what Houston did. Amazing defense, and they couldn't do anything on the offensive end. So, like, if you're not going to be able to do anything on one side of the ball, I want it to be offense that you can put up points and just get it a dogfight that way.
What do you think, Chris?
I personally don't think I would go a different route if I were them. I agree with you guys. I mean, if the defense is lacking, there's a lot of edge rushers in here. There's good cornerbacks that are available. I would go that route. Or if they're looking to get a receiver, because there's quite a few receivers, they can even trade back. But I don't think offense is their biggest need, not at all. So the next team, the Commission's team, the Rams, drafting receiver Omar Cooper Jr., his comp is Deebo Samuel.
And so this guy, Indiana. Okay, so
you pair him with Puka, Devontae Adams is there. There are 12,000 tight ends they have.
I'm gonna say that is a high flying offense.
Yep.
Or, I mean, the unpopular opinion: do you take this wide receiver, right, and then sell super high on Puka and take the gamble on he's going to continue to deteriorate and screw up his own life, and sell super high and get a bunch of something for him?
I've heard
I mean,
that. This is like insurance for Puka.
Is he play the
I mean,
similar position?
Well, this guy's more, I would say kind of. The other comp they did is a Makai Lemon, which I've seen a lot of mocks with Makai Lemon as the comp. And Lemon is more like Amon-Ra St. Brown and Jackson Smith and Jigba. This Omar Cooper, Deebo Samuel in his prime was fantastic. And the Niners put him all over the field. He was in the backfield, but he actually ran the ball. He was doing jet sweeps, but he's physical. The danger in having somebody like that, and Deebo was hurt a lot, and now in his career, you just don't see the same explosion. I think if the Rams go this Omar, they just give another weapon, a different type of weapon that McVay can use. But I'm hearing the Makai Lemons more Puka style than this
Yeah.
kid.
Well, looks like right. They had their issue with special teams. I think they just go crazy. Draft a punter. Do it. 13th
hey,
pick. Just
13th pick, a
just
punter.
really shake things up. Like,
Listen, as a 49er fan, if the Rams take a punter, I will be so happy. That would be excellent.
but yeah, reading this right. So, no guarantees on Puka or Devontae. They may not have a choice, but 24 hour or 48 hours. They know that.
Yeah, that's it. That's like our own telenovela. We're watching that to see what's going to happen. What's the next episode in the Puka saga? The Buccaneers at pick 15 are taking the first tight end, Kenyon Sadiq out of Oregon. Comps, George Kittle, and also another former 49er tight end, Vernon Davis. Very explosive.
So blocking tight end too.
Yeah. How do you like that for the Buccaneers?
good for them. Next. Like,
With
the
this fill the
Buccaneers,
gap of
like,
Mike Evans not being there?
Yeah,
like,
with Otten being the other tight end, I like it. Yes, I mean a Vernon Davis and George Kittle comparison, you're getting more than just a receiver. So yeah, do it.
we'll see. I mean, does this guy get drafted
Oh,
in our?
yes, but
I think he gets picked up eventually.
he
Maybe.
gets drafted.
Think so?
Oh yeah, I mean the shade because last year was Tyler Warren a first round pick. I know Loveland
Mm,
was. Warren was drafted. Loveland might have been, but Loveland came on. So those two tight ends, they're going to be top. Those two go before this guy. I mean,
yeah.
they've already shown what they're capable of doing, but this guy could be project out to be at least a top 10 tight end, I would think.
Yeah, everyone's looking for that next big tight end, that big guy that's just gonna do everything that you need him to do.
See,
So,
Baker Mayfield's new best friend.
oh, that would be, yeah, absolutely.
And Evans is gone, so you don't have to worry about those targets. I know they have some other weapons, but this young kid coming in, not
Could
bad.
be. Yeah.
I
I
like
don't think
it.
Aaron's going to draft him. Aaron didn't like it.
No,
It's not interesting enough for him.
no, not really. I'll try and trade for him when he's like the highest ranked person and I have a defense I can get rid of. So I'll go that route.
I like your game plan. So going to the Jets, this is their second pick, I believe. Makai Lemon. So this is the guy that I said his comp is Amont Ross St. Brown, Jackson Smith and Jigma, and then Julian Edelman, Aaron's former
Jesus.
lifelong Patriot fan.
Oh, once upon a time.
How do you like that for the Jets?
I
Geno
mean that
Smith and company.
that might be the best comparison I've heard. I mean that is one hell of a comparison trio. But it is the Jets, so uh, the immortal Geno Smith, I guess, will make him amazing, or vice versa. But unfortunately, it looks like his career has died before it even started. So I feel bad for the young man. I wish him all the luck in the world, but it's gonna be a rough time up in New York.
That you think Lemon's gonna be a lemon, huh?
Oh,
Um,
there you go. Lemon will be
Sorry.
a lemon. Where's the other Jets pick? Maybe that was their first one. My bad.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Jets need. I mean, you have Garrett Wilson. They probably need everything. So maybe I shouldn't say that. They need everything, but they have Brees Hall. Okay, they franchised him. So you have Hall and Wilson, your two best offensive threats. Geno being there. I feel like they unloaded a lot of stud defensive players last year, but maybe this is, hey, we're starting over because we had a decent defense and no offense. Maybe they want to flip the script and bring more weapons in.
Yeah, and if he's a
Geno, I think,
slot,
still can sling the ball. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a Pro Bowl or anything, but give him some people to get the ball to.
yeah, and this guy's slot, right?
Yeah.
So if Gino needs to just get some quick passes, move. Yeah, I could see it. You're right. I
Geno
think
had
it's
some
kind of
numbers
they
last
sort of
year.
need. The, yeah, he led the league in sacks, didn't he?
Hey, that's leading the league in something.
It's an excellent point.
Well, I remember he had a couple of big games here and there. I think Rudy had him, or I don't remember who had him, but I was like, "Dang, is Geno gonna do it?" And then, you know, then he completely stopped. But it was looking hopeful for a game or two.
It's just odd because if you go back to Seattle days, he's a decent quarterback, but then with the Raiders had a couple games where I think the entire team had 100 yards or 75 yards for a full game. And so it's just like we look at Geno so differently after 1 year.
Yeah.
It's pretty extreme, but is that what the worries are with Fernando? And I would say yes, the reaction of like, oh my gosh, are they going to ruin this guy's career because they were so inept last year?
Yeah, and I think that says more about the Seahawks too.
True.
Even
Look at
with I
yeah.
know Pete Carroll was there still, right, with Gino, but um yeah.
All right, let's see who's next. We have a lot of defensive players going, a lot of offensive linemen, which the Niners better draft an offensive lineman for the fifth year in a row. That's what I'm saying. So now we're going to the Buffalo Bills,
I saw that
KC
I saw this has
Concepcion.
the Chargers picking up a cornerback. If it's not a lineman, an offensive lineman, it's not even I don't even
Chelsea, let's stay there. Did I pass up? Let's talk about the Chargers and
Disappointed.
what you want them to do.
No,
Let's
it has to be an offensive. I mean, it has to be like a tackle,
100%.
right? Why would no? I don't like this. I don't trust it. I don't like it. I need it off my screen. Like,
Okay, let me move it. Let's get that out of there. I feel your pain. I've been trying to get the Niners to draft an offensive lineman for at least 3 seasons, not including this one, and they don't do it. They'll wait till like the 7th round, sign someone who's undrafted, hoping Trent Williams is going to come back. Goodness gracious.
I thought, wasn't your line just not as great though due to injury? Your players come back and it should be in a pretty
Yeah,
solid
but
state, or am I
the
mistaken?
Niners just don't have depth, and that's what's been my concern. The depth's not there. And then when we played the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, they exposed that weakness over and over. The Seahawks. I mean, granted, the Seahawks were so good that you just kind of have these huge question marks on guys.
yeah,
And
but you're
I
in a tough
am,
division. You're going
yeah,
to be playing the Seahawks and the Rams. Like you need those pieces.
I also might be their biggest critic, so I should just admit I'm being very hard on them, which they earned it. KC Concepcion. I don't know if I love this one because the comps are Khalil Shakir. He's already there. Zay Flowers, like that one a little better. Or Curtis Samuel. He's 6 foot, 196 pounds. They're thinking he could operate as a solid wide receiver too. DJ Moore is there now. Shakir's still there.
Like
They
I
have
have
their tight ends, Knox and Kincaid. How do you like
uh,
KC going over to Buffalo?
so I have 3 wide receiver twos. That's pretty cool. I mean,
I was thinking this. I was
Great
thinking the
move.
same thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Buffalo Bills, where mediocrity is what we want in our wide receiver room.
Yeah. I I agree, right? That's been the talk of the whole season was all they need. All they need is Josh Allen needs a weapon. Josh Allen needs a big receiver to throw to. That's like the only missing piece. Um, so yeah, those were some interesting moves. DJ Moore, yeah, yeah. I mean, take your shot, I guess.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Take your shot, but maybe you could get a better receiver down further, and you could get a defensive piece. Because I feel like there's some pieces on the defense they're lacking where they have to be in shootouts.
no.
That's true. That's true. The Bills defense is always so strange because I think on paper they're good, but then yeah, sometimes these games they were in 3 like the highest scoring games, I think.
Well, and Joey Bosa's not. He's a free agent still. He's out there, so he's dang former
Just
Charger
kidding.
with some
I
hate.
know. No, I know. No, he was great, but he's old. He's beat up.
Here, let me scan through. What do I think? Who goes after them? Who I think? I mean, there's offensive lineman. Here's a cornerback here. The Chiefs take. I wouldn't be angry at that. I
They have
mean,
the Chiefs
defense,
drafting a
a
quarterback?
cornerback. So with their
Oh,
second
cornerback. Oh,
pick,
okay.
yeah, corner, yeah, Colton
Yeah,
Hood.
that's a need.
And then you have an edge rusher, Malachi Lawrence with the Patriots, and then Aaron's new lifelong fan team, Seattle Seahawks, also taking a cornerback, Chris Johnson.
That'll be a great pick. We'll do excellent things with him.
And let me just tell you, the Niners better take offensive lineman right here, or they don't care what I'm going to do, but I won't be happy with them.
They do, right? According to this guy.
Yeah. So that's what I'm seeing in a lot of the mocks. The majority are offensive linemen, but there's also some wide receivers that sneak in there and like, no, come on now. We got one more offensive player, which is wide receiver Denzel Boston going to the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
Let's see. What is Denzel's comp? Cortland Sutton, Drake London. He's 6'4", 212 pounds. How do you like that for the Miami Dolphins with Malik Willis at the helm?
yeah, I mean, at least he's in Florida. No state income tax. He'll be famous. It's
The best
great weather.
organization according to the
He'll be
NFLPA.
happy, well fed,
Yeah,
well rested,
exactly.
Great training
Yeah.
room.
great toilet.
As far games are going to be terrible, but all the rest of the stuff seems awesome. So have fun with that part and lean into that. And those when you're going 2-15 for the season.
Yeah, well, they need a receiver, right?
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Yeah, get Willis some help. And so you still have Achan there. I can't think of what other receivers you have. The Cheetah's a free agent, I believe. Waddle's in Denver.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton's okay. I mean, I think he's more of a number 2 than a number 1.
Yeah, they feel like they were really trying to make him a number one, but I agree.
Hasn't panned out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, like their whole thing was they took away Malik Willis's weapon, so give him one back.
And then Aaron, what do you think about your Seahawks taking this cornerback Chris Johnson right here?
Absolutely amazing. Just an organization such as the Seahawks, established, been around forever, and just really the pinnacle of excellence. So it doesn't really matter who is in that number 32 slot. We will turn them into a champion that we currently are. So kudos to them. Actually, kudos to
Yeah,
us.
just make that defense even scarier.
Strength on strength, iron sharpens iron, some people say.
Aaron, I'm
I don't know
glad
if
you
you,
gave yourself a kudos. You included, you said us, so I'm glad you earned it. Good job, buddy.
yeah. And if for those of you who haven't heard it, defense in fact does win championships. So
They
we'll
say,
You
don't
are
tell the
making
this to you
Texans
t-shirts.
guys.
that.
This one's not, so I'm going to stop sharing. There's one more I did one more player comp. Because on these mock drafts, I've seen the Jets and the Steelers both take a quarterback, the same quarterback in the first round. His name is Ty Simpson.
Mm.
His comp is Brock Purdy or, on the high end, Tony Romo. So do both. What do you think of the Steelers taking Ty Simpson if Brock Purdy's going to be back there? We'll keep it at Brock, not Tony. Let's go Brock Purdy on the Steelers. How do you like that?
Well, I was about to say, 20 years from now, that's a great broadcaster. Uh, if we're not doing the Romo
But we can
comparison
do Tony
anymore,
too. We can do
yeah,
Tony if you want.
like he's good. He's gonna sound great in the booth up there. Brock Purdy without an offensive genius head coach sounds like a disaster. Unfortunately for young Mr. Simpson,
Sam.
but
Samsonite.
yep, Samsonite.
Samson.
He has been the designated. Let's keep the camera on him as the guy keeps plummeting and falling through the drafts. That's the only
Mm.
relevance he's really gonna have. Is like this is the opposite of the Cinderella story. Look at him, quarterback, the second quarterback taken, and he keeps falling and falling and falling, and that's his purpose in this draft. So good luck if you go to the Steelers. It's gonna be terrible. Sorry, David. And that's your legacy. But hey, you still make a bunch of money doing that. I would be more than happy to fall in the draft and
Oh,
live that
hey,
life.
me
So
too.
yeah,
I mean, and Kirk Cousins
leave.
is an inspiration, right? Get that backup role,
Exactly.
get that backup money.
That's the
He's getting
dream.
paid more than Tom Brady over the course of his career. That's crazy. Um,
Hey, that's a flex for Kirk Cousins right there. That's a flex, bro.
um, so that he would be going second. That's what they're
Yeah,
saying.
he's the second quarterback if that happens. But this mock didn't have him going, which it's kind of hit or miss whether he's in the first round or not.
And the Steelers have who is their quarterback?
They have
Nobody
Will
right now.
Howard, I think, who they drafted last year, and then they have Mason Rudolph, I believe, still who they drafted many years ago. And they're pleading, I think, for Aaron Rodgers, which makes me want to vomit.
Rogers. Yeah. So
Oh,
I
A-Rod.
That guy.
I would feel bad for him because if they start him, he's going to carry the burden of all the problems that the Steelers have now that they don't have Tomlin, because that's just what happens to the quarterback on a team, especially the Steelers, who are going through this crazy transition that they haven't been through in however many years. It's totally shaking the organization. You have this new guy that's coming in to try to keep that together and lead a
Mr. Mike
team.
McCarthy. Yep.
Yeah, veteran head
Yeah, that's
coach. Can't blame him.
right. And Mike McCarthy, I don't like it. And I agree that I do think so much of Brock Purdy's success has to do with Shanahan, not to take anything away from him, but also Brock Purdy had the benefit of no expectations.
Mm-hmm.
He was allowed
Mr.
to
Relevant.
be not
Yep.
great, right? So all he could screw up as much as he want. That was probably expected. He was like the third string, right? So he can only go up from there. This would be a completely opposite experience. So I if they do it, I mean, I don't know. I think they should stick with Rodgers. A transition quarterback to get them
Gross.
through this year. I know I hate it, but at least not my team.
I just want them to move on from Rodgers because I'm so tired of hearing about him. And that's the reports are like, oh, now Cam Hayward is like, come on back, please. Like, oh, Cam, your
But
dignity. Come on,
even
you're such a
but even when Rodgers isn't playing, when he on the
yeah.
Jets, people still talk about him. He will find a way to be talked about, whether
He's gonna
he's
be a
playing
politician.
or
It's
not.
gonna happen.
He can't help himself. So he's
Right.
gonna be on the Rogan podcast right? Didn't he have like his own weekly spot with
Talking about
what's his
psychedelics or
face?
something like that.
Yeah.
Oh
So
yeah, Pat McAfee, right?
He
Isn't it
had his
that? Yep.
own thing on he wasn't playing and we were still talking
Right.
about him. So I don't think it matters. But I also don't know how he would like if they keep Aaron Rodgers, like maybe that's what they need. Maybe they keep Aaron Rodgers, draft this guy, and maybe help build something there. Give him a
More
mentor for a
quarterbacks.
year.
Yeah, I mean they'd probably cut Mason Rudolph, but since you drafted, I'm pretty confident his name's Will Howard. Why bring in another guy? Unless you're saying Will Howard's definitely not our guy. The fact, I mean, I don't think Ty Simpson is a first round pick, clearly by just these different mock draft. And as much as I want to love Brock Purdy, I don't love Brock Purdy. He's done some good stuff for us, but I see his limitations and he's not the biggest guy. There's a reason he's getting that comp for Brock Purdy, and so you could get him later if you want to go
Yeah, I
second round. If
agree.
you want to go third round, go for it. But the Steelers have a ton of holes as well. So why don't you fill something that's more? And I'm always going to go trenches. I want offensive line and defensive line to start there, and so
Boring picks.
it's
Yeah.
boring. Yeah, it's not. It's not
That's
going to excite the fan base where you might get excited about a quarterback. But yeah, move on from Rodgers. That's what I think. But I have lost my fandom for Aaron a long time ago. Not Aaron Roach. I love
Hey,
that guy, but Aaron Rodgers. But Aaron Rodgers, it's not. Yeah. But if one of those teams is going to take him, the Steelers is a much better situation than the Jets. Aaron's thinking
oh,
about it. He's not so sure.
oh, I get to live in New York. We just said the Jets have a bunch of offensive weapons.
I think they're
The
Jersey though,
Jets is a
right?
better dancer. Did you see? Remember that dance he had celebration on the sideline? If you don't remember it, go find it. It was awesome. All right, let's go. So I wanted to do a ranking of some former drafts. Let's go back to 2018. Bunch of quarterbacks are drafted, but 4 are actually good. I want you to rank. Number one's going to be easy, I think. We're going to rank Josh Allen, Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield, Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen's number one, right? That's easy. No? Okay. Let's hear it.
I
What's your ranking?
mean,
I
one
mean,
of
who's the Super
them
Bowl
is a
champion?
Super Bowl champ. And
Thank you. Thank you.
the others are not, right? No, Josh Allen. And no Lamar. No, Lamar Jackson. No. So only one of them is a Super Bowl champion.
There's plenty of clips I can put out there too, where Aaron was not so kind to Mr. Sammy
I
D.
know.
But
I know
thank
that
you,
he was.
Chelsea.
I feel like
Thank you, Chelsea.
because I remember having to defend Sam Darnold.
And
We
that
both
But
tough
that's
did.
love
okay. But that's okay.
paid
That's all
off
right.
in a championship.
That's
Sometimes
tough love.
it's like tough coaching, My coaches were hard on me when I played Pee Wee football, and that's why I was wide receiver 1. And, I carried my team. I carried my quarterbacks. But
What was the name of your
boy,
football team in Pee Wee? What was the name?
we were the Falcons.
The green
Okay.
team? No.
Yeah.
Fuchsia blue.
Yeah. I mean, let's talk about it here. Like, only one of them is a Super Bowl winning champion that led their
True.
team to a title. The other ones have MVPs, great individual accolades. I'm very proud of you for not being able to accomplish the number one goal in the sport. So until one of them win a championship, there's only one true winner out of that group.
Even like playoff wins. Well, I know that the Bills went to the AFC championship, right?
Just could never get past those Chiefs.
Right. And there's like, are we talking pure talent or
I'm
fantasy?
saying you're starting a
or
franchise. What quarterback are you taking?
I think Sam Darnold benefits from a lot, though. It benefits from a great organization, a great defense. He
Great
did not have
weapons.
to carry that team at all. We know that. All he had to do was not really mess up, and he did that above and beyond. Josh Allen has carried that team. So in that sense, I would say Josh Allen, because you can build a team around him, but he's gonna make up for a lot of mistakes,
Building
a
a
lot of
team and
holes.
fantasy wise, I agree with Chelsea. I'm going, even though she didn't say fantasy wise, I'm taking Josh first
Well, fantasy,
out of those
like
quarterbacks.
Whoa.
obviously fantasy.
Oh yeah, come on. Now you drop
You
that.
could split it. You could split it. Fantasy and you're starting a team. Who's your quarterback? Who you taking number one, Aaron?
Well, for fantasy points, we're looking at individual accolades again. If you want a true winner,
Sure.
somebody doesn't care about the end of the day, the points. They just care about them dubs. You go Sam Darnold. But if you want somebody just to help me win
Hot
first
take.
place, we go with Josh Allen, obviously, for fantasy. Those are two different things
Okay.
here.
I want to
And then
stay
if
with
you
your Sammy
want to
D
go
number
even
one.
deeper
Go
dive, if
number
we do the
two.
cost comparative analysis, like Josh Allen is better making, 3 times the amount of money, which makes it so you lose ancillary parts around the rest of the field, where Sam Darnold's on that team-friendly discount and still leading the team to the championship, so they have an opportunity to play JSN, to get that defensive unit secured up. So, hats off to you, brother. Hats off to you.
You're going deep. Who's your number two then? Go with Sammy D number one, Sam Darnold. Who's your number two?
Josh Allen.
Who's number three?
I don't care.
Lamar
Yes, he
Jackson
does.
or
Super Bowl
Baker
He doesn't
Mayfield?
want
You
to
have
say
to
it.
you have to care.
I'm going Baker Mayfield.
You don't want to say it.
Lamar is on the do not draft
don't-
list. He's on the do not play list,
Yeah,
and I'm
Do
over
not
it.
hire
Ravens.
list.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
what a bad breakup. The
Do not
Do not
Ravens
hire.
hypothetical.
scored. Don't even say their names. It's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, again, for the same reasons as Josh Allen, I'd say Lamar second for me, then Sam Darnold, then Baker Mayfield. I love Baker Mayfield. I love his energy and I love his scrappiness, but he is injury prone. And I just don't think we've seen him. I think we've seen the best that he can give, and it just feels like it's just never quite enough. So that's my order.
And order of draft, I think Baker Mayfield went first in 2000, whatever year it was, 18. And then Sam Darnold went 3. Josh was like something 7 to 9. And then Lamar Jackson, the Ravens traded in. He was the last pick of the first round, if I remember correctly.
And then I think Lamar Jackson had the most explosive starts too.
Yo, yeah.
Like right when he started, he was like amazing. And Baker was the Heisman, right? So that,
Yep.
and he went to the Browns.
Yeah.
And he has
We know how that
clawed
goes.
he has clawed his way back to relevancy. That I gotta give him props there, because I think everyone thought he was done.
Well, that's where Baker and Sam Darnold are like tied together, where Sam goes to the Jets, Baker goes to the Browns, these franchises that have been struggling for a long time, and they finally get out. I think Baker like reinvented himself probably with McVay,
Yeah.
and Sam Darnold did it with the 49ers with Shanahan. I couldn't remember his name, but then also the Vikings. The Vikings head coach is another former quarterback himself,
O'Connell.
and so it's Josh and Lamar for me. That's easy. And then I want to say Baker number 3, but that Super Bowl is a tough thing. And so Sam Darnold's given us 2 good seasons, Seahawks and Vikings. I'm going to go Baker number 3. The dog in that kid, I just respect the snot out of that. But Sam Darnold, I respect him too, from like the grind, and I'm not going to be a bust. So Sam and Baker, I probably could be swayed, but I'm going to go Baker number 3. Go ahead, Chelsea.
I would say, was that a tie or no? He still has the edge.
I'm going to go Baker and then Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I mean, and comedy chops, that goes Baker. He's going to make a commercial.
Look at
and
those
he's
commercials.
Gonna be so good and so funny. So
was that his wife in the commercials too, or was that an actor?
I think that was his actual wife in those those progressive. I think
probably. And Aaron doesn't care, but yeah, I feel bad for Lamar Jackson. He just was so cruel to you.
Ugh.
personally, right?
Check this
Like,
out. We'll go to the next year, 2019. We're going to do wide receivers now. And this is the order they were drafted, if I wrote it down correct. DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Debo Samuel, Scary Terry McLaurin. DK Metcalf, AJ Brown, Debo Samuel, Terry McLaurin. Who you taking first?
We get them as is today.
No, let's do career. How about we do career? Because, yeah, there's
'cause
a clear.
I think Scary Terry isn't. I don't think we ever really have seen his full potential. I think, I mean, the
Injuries.
years, and age is, not on his side right now, but yeah, the injuries, because I think and just the scheme, they used him kind of weird. And the Commanders, right? They went through some changes.
They
And
probably
I
have had a ton
think
of
at one
quarterbacks
point,
over there too. Yeah.
and ownership changes, and he's been a constant there. So I
Did you
would
see they're
go.
getting heat? Just to like squirrel us for a second, the Commander's new helmet has a spear through the
I
W,
saw
and
that.
so they're getting
I
some
got
heat
confused. I thought
again.
it was like the before after, but no, they're putting it back in as a commemorative spear. I don't.
Yeah.
Washington football team.
I thought it was a
Should've
joke
just
initially.
stuck
Like,
with
they're
it.
not doing that. Football team. Yep.
I would go AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Debo, Scary Terry. Oh, yeah, no, yeah. Just because I
Aaron is not
Oh.
like I
liking
said,
it.
Scary Terry, I think he's just really good, but Debo just having that ability as a running back and a wide receiver. And AJ Brown has got the build and the hands. I know DK does too, but I give AJ Brown the edge there.
Let's go, Aaron.
I'm taking Debo first. A winner, someone who's willing to
Debo.
do what it takes to win. DK doesn't have that mindset. AJ Brown didn't got that
They're
mindset.
all
I am
three out
building
of four
a
of them are,
team.
but 3 out of 4 of them are pretty Debo too.
Is
What?
Scary Terry no? Or is he? Is he a diva?
Not that I've heard.
Yeah, AJ and DK for sure.
Oh yeah.
Didn't Debo didn't he go through? Maybe I'm getting him confused with IU.
He probably is, but not. He's not reading a book on the sideline. He's definitely a team guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he is a
I'm
jack of
going
all
for that.
trades for sure.
Exactly, jack of all trades. He is
Swiss Army knife.
that
Good bang
piece
for your buck.
that you can use for anything. Yeah, for sure. So I'm going Debo. I mean, after that, I guess talent-wise, I'll go AJ Brown, DK, and then Terry just pulling up the rear. That's easy for me.
How much do you knock AJ for? I know Chelsea didn't, but how much do you knock AJ for all the drama that is always just seems to be around him?
He's gonna be on his third team here pretty soon. I mean, and all this talent in the world here, like that says a lot about your character and who you are. You're not a winning player. There's lots of people, well, not lots, but lots of individuals like myself who have that huge talent to be in the league, but some of us, like me, due to injury, blew the knee out, couldn't make it, and then him just doesn't have the right mental.
Yep.
So yeah, exactly. Blew
He
my
was
ACL and MCL.
He was drafted by the Titans, right?
Yep.
Yes.
And the
Remember,
Titans kind of did him dirty. Like, he didn't leave because he was a locker room problem. They traded him, and they also traded out Derrick Henry, right? Didn't they? They
Did they
traded
have
away both
Tannehill
of them.
throwing AJ Brown the ball? Was that
They
when
did.
Tannehill was there? Yeah.
Yeah, as far as I can recall, in my limited, I remember kind of paying attention to the Titans because I have friends that live out there, and my brother lived out there for while AJ Brown was there. But I don't think he was like an issue there. He got burned by
we didn't hear
the
about it.
team. Yeah, and so I'm not saying that he's doesn't have a problem there, but also if his worst problem is that he wants the ball, that's not the worst problem to have. He's not like, what's his name, Mr. Big Chest or whatever. What is his name?
Who's Mr. Big Chest?
The Steelers.
Oh.
Remember that nickname he gave him? Huh? No. Oh my gosh, what's his name?
Not DK Metcalf.
No. The guy
Mr.
on the
Big
Steelers
Chest.
that went Tampa Bay. Oh my gosh.
And he's a wide receiver?
He was. His name is
Mr. Big
He was
Chest.
like
That's gonna.
arrested. He had like
Oh, Antonio
sexual
Brown.
Antonio Brown. Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
You don't
yeah.
remember he gave himself that nickname, Mr. Big Chest.
I don't know. He was like
I don't
pulling his
remember.
pants off during the game. I
Yeah.
can't.
So anyway,
Yeah,
he's not like on that level. He complains that he's not getting the ball. That's not the worst thing in the world.
that's who I thought of though when you said he's not the same. So I'm gonna agree. But when you said and AJ Brown on the Titans and us not hearing about it, Antonio Brown, we did not. They kept his shenanigans under wraps until the first thing I heard was when he was live streaming in the locker room after a game. That was like the first indicator of like, what is this dude up to? And then it was just like falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
He dyed his like mustache blonde.
Yeah.
You're just like, something's off about this cat. And then he's taking his pants, like mooning when he was on the Buccaneers or whatever. This is bizarre.
Yeah. He like changed, didn't he?
Totally.
He like changed out of his uniform in the middle of the game.
Because he got mad because he wasn't getting the ball, I think was the. I'll show you. You can see
Hey,
my
and someone
long
just got
underwear.
done saying the biggest problem if it's just them wanting the ball, not that big of a deal.
Well,
So
he
we see what
also
that
has
leads to.
he's got some off the field allegations too, but at DK's his little stunts have seemed like he has an anger problem unrelated to football.
DeKalin, is that his name? DeKalin?
DeKalin.
Not Declan. DeKalin.
So I'm gonna go Scary Terry number 4. I am gonna go AJ Brown number 1, even though all the distractions, because I think he's the hardest one to match up against. And longevity wise, other than this year, so I might change my ranking as I talk. Other than this year, he's just been a total and utter stud.
And Super Bowl champ.
Yeah. But I'm gonna go Deebo Samuel number 2. Because of his versatility, loved him. I'm going to say a little bias, San Fran bias. DK Metcalf, I wanted on my fantasy team for years. And I've had him 2 years in a row. And he's let me down 2 years in a row. So I wondered, did I just get caught up in the physicality of DK having these big moments in Seattle? Because 2 years in a row, and he's got that pacifier mouth guard, and he acts like a baby. And so I figured that was on point. I got to go DK number 3 and then Scary Terry. But I'll say this, I'd be happy to have any one of those guys in their prime.
Absolutely. Scary Terry, yeah. He earned that. He had that nickname for a reason. I mean, also.
And Roski wants to do best nickname, so I think that might be a contender.
1,000%.
All right.
And such a little untimely, the pop culture-ness of it. Yeah, he was always someone that I've been rooting for him in the league every year. Like, this is going to be his year, but then.
Yeah, he seems like he's a good cat. He doesn't have all the drama and the diva-ness, if you will.
Correct. And he's sticking with that team.
All right, one more, and then we'll close this thing out. Going to the 2021 draft, we're going to do running backs. 3 of them. Breece Hall, K9, Super Bowl champ Kenneth Walker, and James Cook. So we got Hall from the Jets, K9 now on the Chiefs, and James Cook on Josh Allen's Buffalo Bills. Who do he's coming to your team. What running back do you want? Who are you building around? And then do fantasy. So you can do, I think it's going to be the same. I think it'll be the same.
I mean, hot off the press. I mean, like the no history. Breece Hall is really good. Like,
yeah,
he's very fast. He's not a super physical running back, I don't think. The way Kenneth Walker and who else? Oh, James Cook too.
James Cook, yeah.
And I think James Cook is also benefits from being on the Bills, obviously. Longevity wise too, I don't think Kenneth Walker's got a huge career. I don't think he's gonna, just because of his style of running back play. It's so hard to separate Breece Hall from the Jets. It's really hard.
That poor guy.
Come back to me.
He's been like the fantasy darling, right? Like when the last few, I'm going to say the last 2 years, even though he's on the Jets, he's one of those 2 years. So not this past year, but the year before, Breece Hall was like top 5 pick. I think he was even a top 3 pick.
Yeah, the career he's built being on that team is impressive.
Yeah. What do you think, Aaron? Who's your number? Is it K9?
Let's go with. Let's just paint the picture. So we have one running back who
Paint it.
constantly is getting fantastic young talent and pieces put around them all the time because they're perpetually terrible in the Jets, but always have great young talent added. We have another one with arguably one of the best quarterbacks ever in Josh Allen, who still can't seem to get to the promised land, being a great running back.
Shots fired
And then
again.
we have a Super Bowl MVP winning running back who was option number 2 and suddenly, with no warning, was elevated to number 1 and had to step up in the biggest moment of that young man's life. Is this even up for debate here? Who do you want in the trenches putting in that work? That's the young man right there, the K9, the big dog. That's going number 1. After that,
your eyes lit up
woo,
when you start talking about Kenneth Walker. There was like a glimmer. I bet you saw things brighter just talking about Kenneth Walker.
I was tearing up. I'm not me right now. I got that dog in the heart, but instead of a pit bull, it's just Kenneth Walker barking. And then after that, I mean, talent-wise, good.
So why didn't they pay him?
Oh, I already told you that. It would have been financially irresponsible to pay that much money to a running back. You have to secure the rest of the team, and then you can go find another running back to produce 70% of what he does for 40% of the money. And then you lean into
what I said about Jeremiah Love.
Replaceable?
Replaceable. Oh, yeah, when it comes to dollars and money, there is a limit to how much you can spend. Even Patrick Mahomes, he is the best, but when you take up that much money, is it really that much better than having $60 million extra to round out the rest of the team? If you have a Baker Mayfield,
do you take Patrick?
Some would say no. The Chiefs did not. They paid him 10-year contract.
Fully healthy, Aaron. Do you take Patrick Mahomes or your boy Sam Darnold right now on their contracts, fully healthy?
Well, what team are they on?
You pick. It don't matter.
I'll take Patrick Mahomes
all day, every day.
My lifelong fandom of the Seattle Seahawks, and we are in business because I am loyal to the team, not necessarily the players that are there.
How about their pay? Who you pay? Given their pay, who do you take?
Yeah, and their pay.
And their pay, that's a tough question because now I'm gutting that defense.
Now you're over the cap.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I would probably go
still going Patrick.
Samuel Richard Darnold. Yeah. And they keeping that team intact. And they just proved it right now. Mahomes is still in this
Chelsea, who do you take? Chelsea's not sure. She said prime Mahomes.
I still think he's prime in his prime. Mahomes. I think
he's still there.
They did. I don't know if he's in his prime, but he's not
now
done.
After the injury, but before that, I think he was their number 1 running back.
Yes. Was this last year too?
That's an indictment on their offensive line.
Yeah.
And their running backs.
All right, go. So the running back thing.
Back to you, Aaron. Sorry.
Yeah, go.
Aaron, did you do
finish
2 and
your
3?
list?
Oh yeah, K9, and then
you go
Brees or Cook. I guess Brees. He's got the talent, and it's unfortunate he landed on the Jets. There's not much he could do about that. The other one landed with a great quarterback, so Hall really hasn't had the opportunity given to him. So that's probably the route I would go.
I think I agree. I like James Cook. I think Brees Hall is a more talented running back. James Cook is definitely fast. He can, like I said, it's hard to, he didn't have to carry the team by any means. I think he always had, with Josh Allen there. So I think I'll agree. I think I would go Kenneth Walker just because I also like that style of running back, even though they don't usually have lengthy careers, and how he did show up when he needed to. Then Brees Hall, then James.
Right. Let's do this. I think how they were drafted too is Brees Hall was the first running back, and then K9, and then James Cook. There might have been other guys in between, but these are the guys that are studs. If Kenneth Walker did not have his injury history, I'm going Kenneth Walker number 1. But he does. And so I'm not taking him number 1. And Breece Hall gets hurt too. And so I ain't taking Breece. I'm taking James Cook, baby. He is durable. And that man is, talk about disrespect. Fantasy football wise.
Oh, yeah.
2 years in a row.
Insane.
What round are you getting? I got James Cook 2 years ago, like in round 5 or 6. He probably was drafted this year in round 3 or 4. Come on, man. That dude's a beast. He's smaller, so he doesn't get the credit. The Buffalo Bills, yeah, they have Josh Allen, but who else did they have besides Cook? Cook and Allen are the ones that carried that team. So I'm taking James Cook. I don't even think about it twice. James Cook is the man. He can catch, and he's stronger than his frame. He had some huge fantasy football days. This year they couldn't stop him.
Yeah,
they couldn't stop him.
Well, I mean, that's interesting too, because you've taken the Bills quarterback and the running back. I've taken the quarterback and the running back for the Seahawks, and which one ended
K9 not a
better
Seahawk
for them?
anymore, man. Come on now.
Well, you said, in their prime. Their prime was on the Seahawk, and so we ended up with the championship, and you have individual accolades in Buffalo.
I'm going to give you two big differences with the Seahawks and the Bills. The Seahawks defense was phenomenal, and JSN. Who was Josh Allen throwing that ball to? You might as well have Adam Sandler as the water boy out there.
Yeah,
James Cook, right? There you go. And so then I'm going to go K9 number 2. I can't discredit this playoff of the Super Bowl run. That was amazing. And if you go back fantasy wise, just the last few years when he was playing, not hurt, he had huge monster days, 3 touchdowns, 100 yards. He just would destroy you if you were matched up against him, but then he'd get hurt. And so he was kind of on my do not draft list. I'm probably not going to draft him this year on the Chiefs just because, unless he drops to me further, but he's not going to be my number 1. That ain't happening because of the injuries. Based on his talent, he's going to go at least round 2 because of what he built in this playoff. He's going to be a hot commodity. So I bet you he will be drafted in our league in round 2 at the latest.
That seems like a high risk for me. Like, I just had that feeling because I have those injury concerns before. And like, he is going to be the workhorse to help protect Patty Mahomes. And I don't know if his body will be able to handle it because he had to split so much with Charbonnet and before, right? Like, tough call.
And if you got Breece Hall out of purgatory, let's see, anybody but the Jets and the Browns and the Raiders and the Cardinals, he might be okay on the Cardinals, but get him. I mean, he was on the 49ers. If he's on the Chargers, if he's on the Seahawks, Breece Hall would probably be this number 1 running back drafted in the NFL 2021 draft. He probably would be an absolute stud because the talent is there. But you
think he could do what James Cook could do on the Bills if you swap them?
Maybe. I don't know if can he catch like James Cook does?
I think he can. No?
So if yes and healthy, I would say he probably could. I just don't know if he has the hands that Cook has. But yeah, Cook, not even thinking a second about it. Convicted. Kenneth Walker, give me a bark. Aaron Roach, K9 something. There you go. And then Breece Hall. All right, y'all, good stuff. Last words as we wrap up. Roski, we miss you. Come back, tell us a ghost story. We'll see you hopefully next week.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll have some draft picks to talk about.
Yeah, we'll do the full breakdown next week on where they landed.
And then fantasy's coming. It's time to start looking at mock drafts for that.
Yeah, I'm ready. We got some ideas. We got some ideas to really nerd out in the upcoming NFL season. All right, y'all. See you next week.
All right. Bye.
Later.